Welcome to Fortune Forecast. Thank you. Thank you for stopping in and spending some time here with me. If you're new to my channel, I'm glad that you stopped in. And if you are a current subscriber, thank you for your support. And here we are. Today is March 12th, 2022, Saturday. And let's see what the cards will reveal. Hope you're having a great weekend. Let's get started. The first area that we will look at will be the area of money. The area of money. So let's do a little card activation here. Okay, so the card has decided to jump out. So we will just see what it has to say. Okay, so here we have the Two of Wands here, and this person here is really not looking optimistic about, his future. He's not looking really optimistic about the flow of money. He's not looking optimistic about some of his ideas. As a matter of fact, he's like, where are the ideas? I wish I had a great idea. Nothing is working for me. So that might be the mood on a Saturday. Probably this weekend you should just use it to chill so that you can have the ideas, come to you. Because sometimes when we're focused just on chasing the money, it's like that which we're trying to chase keeps running further away from us. So at this moment, what I'm getting is that you need to regroup yourself, that you are focused and you're trying just too hard to get control of things, but you're still missing something important. You're still missing some elements here, and it seems like that which you want is elusive. It's out of your reach. And it's not even within the horizon put at this moment, because this is the way that the card would be reading all its positive and its hopefulness. But right now, it's like you're so emotionally caught up in the struggle for whatever is really affecting you right now, that the money situation is also a little bit out of whack, for the best use of words, put it this way. It could be, if you're in business with someone, that there's a little struggle in the partnership. It could be that you're torn and you're divided about what to do next, or going in different directions, with investing, or where the company, where you want it to go. So it's creating some frustration here in that level. And on that personal note, with the creativity, as far as, where you're going to invest your money, and, the ambition to even do something right now, the spark has gone down a little bit. So take back. And then the way that I'm receiving this message is, this day, just turn that off, literally. Close the door to your shop, to your office. And if you can, get away so that you can regroup yourself. Start from there, because you'll find that when you come back to that conversation, you'll be a little bit more clear-headed. So the money situation today, it doesn't really look good. There's going to be some conflict. There's going to be some disagreements. You really can't see past the situation. And sometimes that's what happens when you're in tunnel. The tunnel vision concept, where you're just looking down the tunnel and you're not looking to the sides. You're just so looking at the doom of the situation that no ideas can flow. So hopefully this message, you'll take it to heart, and the prospects in the future will be better. Relationship. Let's look at relationship. And again, these are very broad readings, because I'm pulling from the collective arsenal. So when we're doing a private consultation, it is very personal. We can focus just on your unique situation and address it, like if it was surgery, which, as anyone that's done reading with me, that's what it feels like. We can actually get into the nitty-gritty of things. Okay, let's go ahead and see what's going on here. Relationships. And I do hope that this Saturday will be a great day for you to relax and just get your heart, mind, and soul in order. Well, that's a good thing. At least we get something positive here, in this particular sense when it comes to relationship, feeling a little bit comfortable. Like, like you can have a problem in one area of your life, like, okay, well, my health is good, my business is good, my education, whatever it is, but then, you have another area in your life that's just like, well, I'm not so well there, and that's that play in balance. Well, at least we could say that there's a sense of groundedness in this relationship, feeling good today about where the relationship is. And if of course there's this father figure here, so this might be, and remember, this is not just romantic relationship we are referring to, because it's a collective, but I am also getting a message that I do want to share for someone out here, that it's coming through. So someone's really, this energy is coming through really intense. But let me just go back to this clarification. This, because it's the universal collective reading here, this could be a relationship with your father, mother, could be another relative, could be your children, could be siblings, could be your neighbor, could be someone that you work with, someone at church or synagogue, whatever, could be at the charity place, could be in your community. But this is that relationship, in that circle of relationship. But I am getting a message about a father figure, and I'm getting some information about that, and in what context. It's not a bad thing. I think that someone's going through some paperwork for something about the future with their father figure. That's interesting that this came through. I wish I could find out who it is so we can talk about more about that. But other than that, the other thing that we see here with this relationship is that you're in a healthy place, that you feel comfortable, that you can flow with things, that when it comes to the family, there's a sense of, okay, where we're at, we're good. Our needs are met, and so we can express ourselves, we can share more, and we feel comfortable. Yes, there's that room where you want more, and that's something that you have to define. If you don't define your wants, you basically get your needs. And we've talked about that. I mean, it's like, well, do you have, if you're got a roof over your head and it's not as the splendid, property that you'd like, well, maybe you haven't defined what it is. And if you're dealing with other people to make your dreams come true, you have to get everybody on the same page so that it can begin to manifest. It's really hard to manifest when this is what you want, and then the other person wants something else. But as a relationship in whole, this is a good card. Take it for what it is on this beautiful day. Accept that, there are good things, that there is stability, and that part makes you feel comfortable. The next area that we're going to look at is career. Okay. Let's see where we're at with career. And career, so many times people, they get into a profession and they feel like they're defined by their profession. And it's a shame, because then, sometimes we're more than the hats we wear. Okay, so this is interesting because we're back in here with the money and career seem to be echoing each other with this theme of the wands. And some of you have multiple things going on. Could be that you have 2 jobs, or you could have a full-time job and then a side thing that you do. And you're looking at these prospects and looking at where it can go from here. You have the confidence that where you're at right now, it feels good. You've got this, you see he's holding on to that firmly, so don't let it go. So if you were thinking about, hey, is this the time where I take on another job or do something else? Not yet. Enjoy and bask in the strength that you have and in the security that you're feeling here. And begin to connect with your passions. There's kind of this little green cloak here, which kind of resembles that, are protecting our heart, and keeping us true to that. So as you do that, you've got these other ideas that have presented, or other things that are working on the side, you know, that are generating stability for you. And not only that, but it also makes you feel good about the things that you're doing. So in general, this is a very good message for you. As far as your career, that's a lot of budding opportunities, new things that are forming for you, and networking. I could see that coming into play as well. And so at this point, it's a matter of creating things and watching. You've got to allow for the period of what I call gestation. You know, so it's got to like continue to form itself, conversations, communications, but definitely your career is in a good place, even with the things that you have in the works. So it's good. Okay, let's look at our next area, which is well-being. Well-being. And on this magnificent day, let's see what that will yield. What is the yield for that? What is the yield for that? Let's see, maybe it's in here. No, I think it's, I'm being drawn over here. Okay, let's pull this one out. See what that is for your well-being. Okay, so in general, there's some things that you have not let go yet, and because you have not emotionally disconnected from it, it's affecting you and your well-being. So in general, you need to find out what is breaking your heart, what is disturbing your peace, what is bringing you sadness, what is bringing you this state of mind that you seem to still haven't totally addressed, because it's still there. You see the moon, it's not shining as bright, but it's still quite hidden in there. And it's sometimes interesting when we think we are healed from some past experience or something that's happened. We think that it's over, but then a little something happens, a little trigger, a memory, and then, man, we're there like if it just happened. So it's important that you become aware of what you're feeling. And with that awareness, that's the first micro step. It's like, okay, I get it. This is not healthy for me. Okay, sometimes it takes a while for us to move from that stage to, okay, what am I going to do about this, you know? And sometimes we just don't really do something about it. We go into ourselves and we say, I learned, I healed, and I grew. And if we can look at those three areas, then we have made very huge progress, because then we are willing to let go and move on. It doesn't mean we don't forget. Forgetting is not part of it. I almost personally believe that we don't have the option to forget. This is part of our story, and it's part of who we are. And acknowledging that it was part of our story allows us to assimilate and grow, and like a butterfly, metamorphose through it and become greater than who we were. Okay, I will be drawing today from the messages from your angels deck. Our collective message is going to come from messages from your angels. So we will be using this deck for that. And so let's give it a shuffle. Yeah. I'll go like this because it feels better. I feel like I don't know which way. Is it the butterfly wings up or the earth up? That's a whole, there's no right or wrong. It is what it is, right? But I will see if I can do casino style real quick here and do a little shuffling this way just to make sure that it's all mixed up properly so we can get our universal. Oh, yeah, that was disastrous. I've got little hands, believe it or not. Okay. Let's just put it out there. What the heck? Okay, what's the collective message today? Let's all mess it up everywhere. Let's just spread it out everywhere. Okay, we'll pull it from this one here. Okay, well, Omega is down, so let's take a look at the right way. So this is a very magical type of card. It doesn't have an angel, it has a unicorn. And it says here, victory, your desire is coming to fruition. Keep up the good work. So let's remember that we drew it this way. So when we look at the collective draw and go back to the message that we were getting here, we could see that it has, obviously, we may be sabotaging our own victory. We may not be putting in the work. It says keep up the good work. So maybe we're not working as hard. And so, on letting go of some things that's affecting our health. Maybe even though this is a positive card, let's keep in our career, keep moving forward with that. We do have stability in two areas as far as relationship and career. But, maybe the issue that we have here about the money, like the money and the health, maybe there's something there tied up together that's slowing us down to feel victorious, to feel that, what we want is coming. So we need to kind of try as well as we can to have a little faith. For me, when I see the color purple, it's about aligning with God's divine plan and understanding that everything is working according to that plan. And I need to have a little faith. I need to have a little patience. But I also need to put in the time. I need to understand myself a little bit better. And I need to, work things in a way that I am with the flow and not against it. So let's find out today ways that we can accept the victory. And it's just, we've got to continue on that victory lap. Okay? So my friends, thank you so much. Hopefully you will have something here that resonated for you. I feel like something resonated for me. I'm definitely going to keep on working on me. And I hope that you can work on you. Come back tomorrow. If you haven't done it yet, hit that subscribe button.